Okay, welcome back to another video. Now, this video, a little bit of a different one. Okay, it's a little bit about what I tell my 18-year-old self, which is sort of ironic because I'm only 25. So, in the whole span of life, I'm still very young. However, I would still tell my younger self a few other things, a few things I've learned recently and just in life in general. Now, before you start, yes, that is me at 18. I don't think I've changed all too much. I think maybe just not as baby faced as I do look there, and the hat just doesn't seem to fit right. Anyway, my first thing I would tell this young handsome fella: it is okay to change direction. All right. Now you might start doing one thing and realize, you know what, this isn't for me. You might decide to try another thing and go, you know what, this isn't for me. If anything, I would try as many different things as possible at that age while you can, because obviously as you get older, there's more responsibilities, there's more things that you need to be doing. So why not go and try new things? Now, at this time at 18, I'd worked selling printers around business parks, which was tough, but it was good. It paid for my first lad's holiday to Zante. I would also, but with that job, it wasn't the money. It allowed me to get better with dealing with people, which is a skill I think I would tell myself, and it's a skill that obviously I've developed because of obviously doing the personal training. But I would just go and say, look, go and try as many things, learn from experience, and see what you can do. Okay, because at 18, I was 2 years out of school. I've been to football college for a year, left that because I realised I wasn't that good at football. Went to a normal college to finish off my BTEC and worked part-time on the side. And then at 18, started working at David Lloyd, which was a fantastic time. And I learned a lot and it was great. But I would definitely tell any younger person, just go and try things. Try as many things as you can, because why not? Continue to prioritize your health and fitness. Now, this isn't because this later became my career and my job and sort of what I do, but just from a general health and well-being perspective. Okay, this is something I think helps you stand out from others. Okay, if you're someone that's in shape, you're committed to the gym, you turn up, you've got that discipline, that's going to carry over to lots of other things in your life, with work, with relationships, and whatever else. Okay, because like I've said, it's going to build your discipline, it's going to give you the confidence and set the tone. Now, I used to go to the gym purely to look better. First of all, for Zante in 2018, but also just to look better because I thought that'd allow me to pull more girls, or pull more birds. That's what I'm trying to say, but I thought I'd be a little bit more colloquial. But yeah, that is why I went to the gym. And I think a lot of people want to look a certain way. Maybe it's to impress someone and show that they can do things. But in reality, I think the product that you develop through your physique, the mental product you develop, is just as important. Okay, showing up when you don't want to, prepping your meals, saying no to things, etc., etc. It's quite ironic because at this time I was still going out and partying at the weekends and then hitting the gym in the week, and I was still able to be in relatively good shape. Well, very decent shape. Although we will not look at the trim. I think I had a hat on that session. Well, I hope so anyway, because why people would let me go around with that haircut, I do not know. So that is one thing I tell us. Okay, prioritize health and fitness with whatever you do. Make that non-negotiable because it's going to set you up. Okay, it's almost something I'll probably tell my kids as well. Not for them to look a certain way, but because of the lessons that you learn along the way. Another thing I tell my 18-year-old self is you don't need to follow the normal path. Okay, this is me playing football. I'm pretty sure this might have been my last game. I stopped playing at 18 purely down to the fact of I was going out Friday, Saturdays, and I did not want to play hungover. Simple as that, really. But in terms of life in general, you won't need to follow the normal path. Okay, you won't think like everyone else. You won't want what they want. Okay, a lot of my friends went to sixth form, university, apprenticeships, all this, and do normal jobs, and there's nothing wrong with that. Not at all. Good friends that work jobs 9 to 5. They've got houses, partners, and they enjoy life, and that's fair play to them. But that was never really what I aspired or wanted to do. I left school not knowing what I wanted to do, but I knew what I didn't want to do, and that was do more education. So if anything, I would tell them, look, again, go and find something, go and learn a skill. Luckily, I found the gym and obviously lent into the whole sort of personal training element of things, but I would always encourage myself to explore things. Don't go down the path that you might think you need to. And I was very fortunate that my family were very much on the same wavelength as me. They weren't sort of going, you need to go to university, you need to go and get a job, you need to go and save your money, They were very much like, go out, the world's yours, see what's what. And fast forward 7 years, here I am in Saudi Arabia living on my own. That was definitely not something I would have thought, and something that definitely would not have happened if I went down a more conventional path. Okay, the life that you want isn't necessarily by fitting in, following the norms, about doing what you want to do, which I would say I have pretty much gone as an ethos of mine, do what I want to do. People will doubt you, do it anyway. You try the 9 to 5, it won't work out for you, you never sit right. Just go and do your own thing. Again, 21, mobile personal training business, was pretty proud. At 21, had my own business working for myself. I had my van, and even to this day, that's probably one of the proudest moments of my life. I've done the Ironman and a few other things, but that for me was, I'm pretty happy. I think, 21, your own business. I was earning pretty good money, living at home, didn't have any outgoings. I could train when I wanted to train. The job I did I enjoyed. It was brilliant. And, I then gave that all up to take another risk and go and try something else, which was move to Nottingham to be in a fantastic training facility, which people were like, what on earth are you doing that for? Why are you giving up 20 clients a week, mobile personal training business, to go and move to Nottingham and earn minimum wage? But for me, I was like, that's what I want to do. I'm going to go and do it. Which, again, like I've spoken about, if I want to do something, I'm going to go and do it. Obviously, I'll weigh everything up and sort of speak with people whose opinions I take on. But I would just say, look, if you can do something, you put your all into it, give it all you can, you'll be fine. Okay, go and do your own thing, live the life on your own terms, because what is the worst that could happen? Which is a phrase that is one of my favourite phrases. And it's a phrase I've used a lot since I moved to Saudi Arabia. Because when describing why I've come here, I just go, what's the worst that can happen? I'll go back home to the UK, or I'll continue living the life I was living before I came out here, which I'm pretty happy with, but, just wanted to go to that next level. Another thing, always remain the student. Okay, we've got 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. Do more listening and less talking. Okay, but always continue to learn. Okay, I'm always wanting to learn things because I'm nowhere near where I want to be. So, in terms of education for training, continuously learning with that, education with business, social media marketing, constantly learning with that. I'm currently learning Arabic, living out here, because I want to be able to speak the basics whilst living in an Arabic country. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu I'm starting because I want to learn a new skill, which is obviously martial arts, something completely different. But I think you always want to remaining the student. Okay, surround yourself with people who are more knowledgeable and soak everything up that they know, which again relates back to why I moved to Nottingham. I was surrounded by 5 coaches, 4 coaches, 4, 5, 4, 1, 2, 3, 5 coaches who were miles ahead of me, and I just learned as much as I could and just soaked it all up. And that's why I'm in these different groups and courses and live calls to learn off people who are sort of where I want to be or have the knowledge that I would like to have. And this is only going to speed up my own learning, okay? Because if I just sat and didn't continuously invest and continually try and learn, I don't feel like I'm moving forwards, which is not a good feeling. You want to be constantly moving the needle, as I like to say. So always be learning, be the student, and like I say, you can never know enough. Now, if I could go back, I'd say this. It's okay to change direction, do different things, move different places, explore different things, try this, try that. I gave up personal training in 2023 to go and become an engineer for the family business and did some sales and whatnot. But I thought, okay, I'll try that. Wasn't meant to be. And it was always fitness that sort of pulled me back. Feeling different is your edge. It's good to be different. I'd say out of all my friends, I'm quite different because most of them are sort of going out the weekends, drinking, enjoying themselves, working in the week, gym in the evenings, live for the weekend sort of thing, which again, nothing wrong with, but that was just not what I wanted to do. Build your body because it will build everything else. If you can get strong, build a solid foundation, it's only going to allow you to sort of push in other areas of life, which is obviously what we want. Don't need to wait for permission. Ask for forgiveness, not permission, I might say. Take more risks sooner. I definitely probably have tried to do more risks earlier on. The earlier the better, rather than sort of maybe playing it safe. But again, there's nothing I would change or I regret doing in life at all. So, but just take risks. You're not behind. You're just getting started, because sometimes I was like, crikey, all my friends have maybe come out with a degree or they've just bought a house. I'm like, well, that's not where I'm at. But we're all different. We all are on different stages of life. No doubt one day I might have a house and a partner. Who knows? I might not. But at the moment, I'm pretty content, pretty happy, and always just trying to continue moving. Always backing myself, because you've got more in you than you think. That is a nice way to end the video and to end this little section of what I would tell my 18-year-old self. So if you have enjoyed this video, a little bit different, make sure you can give it a like, subscribe, comment down below as well if there's any sort of other videos that you'd like to see. Obviously, I know mainly it's fitness related, but I just thought this is still sort of fitness related, but more of a 360 holistic approach. But yeah, if you have enjoyed it, give it a like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.